Hello everyone and welcome to Lovella's Coloring. So one of my subscribers asked me to share how I color with colored pencils over markers and at the same time my process of picking out the colors, and I'll try to explain as clearly as I can, but if you have any questions please don't hesitate to ask, or you can give me an email directly. So this page that we will be that I will be showing you guys on is a copy from Kelly Horton's Little Darlings. So in her coloring book, in the back she gives like swatches that you can use, and I copied her skin tone practice sheet to use the image to show you guys how I pick the colors I will use to color over markers. So in the sheet I went ahead and tested out colors that I will use to show you guys, just so I'm not like staring at my color sheet. Yeah, because I sometimes will do that, just picking out colors I want to make sure, so I would just stare at it for like, I know I could be sitting here for a couple minutes or something, so I just wanted to have it ready for you guys when I show it to you guys. And I keep saying guys, sorry about that. So out of the 4 different colors, I have only used this set for one of my colorings in Hannah Lynn's Whimsy Christmas. So the colors that I picked out of is from the Prismacolor 150 set. And I want to use the Prismacolors because a lot of people who does coloring pretty much have a set of Prismacolors, whether it might be the smaller set or the bigger set. You can kind of after I explain my process of what colors I pick, you can test with the colors that you have. And my process with using picking out the colors from the Prisma is the same as my process in picking out colors from other coloring sets. So just to let you know, a lot of my books where I use markers and colored pencils on top, I don't just primarily use the Prismacolors. The Prismacolors, I'm just using it for the test, like I said, because a lot of people have this, but I also use a lot of my other colored pencils. I use Black Widows, I use my Faber-Castell, I use Rogeton, Pablo's, what else? Especially my Crayola colored pencils. I love using Crayola colored pencils, especially now that they have 120 colored colored pencils. So out of all the 4 colors, I have used this one in the Hannah Lynn Whimsy Christmas. So I'll go ahead and show you guys that picture. The only difference is the base that I started off with in the Whimsy Christmas is different. I used a much yellower base. Let me go see. I have it right here saved. So in here I used a Buttercup Yellow from my Lemouchet set as the base, and then I used the same colors, cream, sand, yellow ochre, light umber, dark umber, to color the rest of her hair. For the one I'm showing you guys today, the base I used is also from the Lemouchet markers from my set, which is number 132 Milky White. And I also have the Touch New markers, and they both have pretty much the same shade. Let me show it to you guys. So this is number 132. This is the Milky White that I am using. I would have used any lighter shade. I could have used number 134 or 28, 109, and so depending on what your base is, the hair color will be like a little slightly different. And that's what I like about using a base, because I just pick one of the markers and whatever color pencils I pick on top, it slightly changes the color, so it's not the same. I'm not always using the same colors all the time. So yeah, so the colors that I picked out, I was thinking of different hues that I want to try to color. So right here I have brown with highlights. I have a little like auburn hair, and here is hair with a hint of orange to it. So these are all colored on top of the same base color, and I'll show you guys that. And the Prismacolors that I use, a lot of my pencils are small because I use my Prismacolors a lot. Go ahead and show it to you. So I have dark umber, so it's gonna roll. I have dark umber, I have dark brown, I have terracotta, burnt ochre, my little chocolate there, light umber. This one is goldenrod, yellow ochre, sand, and cream. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 colored pencils for coloring all of this. So I'm gonna clear this up and get a blank piece of practice sheet to show you guys my process. So like I said, I pick out the lightest shade that will go along with the color I'm striving for. So I have the Lemouchet 132 Milky White, and I'm going to use the chisel tip just to color all the hair in. So just quickly And one of the reasons why I do the markers on create space paper is pretty much just to save my pencils. So I'm not really, I don't have to really push in the colors, and with the base it gives me the color already set, and I just have to add hints of the colors that I want to add to the hair. Okay, so I mean that's it. And yes, it's going to be a little bit patchy because I kind of went over some spot a little bit more than the others, but you don't have to worry about streaks on here because you're going to be coloring with colored pencils on top. Also, I keep forgetting to say this, make sure you have like a cutting board or another cardstock behind your sheet so you can protect the next page, because these markers do blend. Alcohol markers do bleed. And yeah, I've done that already a couple times where I've ruined the page behind it. So anyways, so we'll go ahead and start right here, and I want to do a brown colored hair with highlights. So another reason I like to do the markers is that it already gives you your base for the highlight, and I don't have to color it all the way in. So the colors I will use is cream and light umber, which is number PC941. Cream is PC914. Chocolate, which is PC182. And dark umber, which, or no, that's brown. Dark umber is PC947. So when I pick my colors for the hair, I usually pick, especially if it's just this small amount or space, I usually come out with like 3 colors, 3 tones. So I have my light, medium, and darkest tone. The cream I use to, if it's really spotty, especially with Create Space paper. I use this to smooth it all out, and then I go back over it again to add to make it look like strands. So I want it to look like there's strands in it. And just having the different tones, that's what makes the hair look a little bit realistic. And depending on like this is all brown. If I want to add hints of red, I would add like terracotta or burnt ochre, or some red if you want really red tones. So I'll show that later on. This one I want to show like the different tones of browns that I use with like brown, dark umber, like umbers, and then just bringing a hint of other shades. So I'll start off with this one, which is light umber, and I'm just going to, and just make sure it's all dry. So this one's pretty dry. I'm just going to go ahead and flick on some color, and I'm gonna leave right over here. That's where I want most of my highlight to be. Just gonna go and flick that, and it's okay to put a little bit over. And this way of doing hair, you kind of have to be patient. I do like a lot of layers just to get the look that I want. So next I'm going to come in with chocolate, and let me go ahead and kind of go like this, so you can see it's starting to come together a bit. I'm just going to keep adding the chocolate, kind of randomly flicking towards the middle of where I want my highlight to be. Little bits everywhere, and then I'm going to come in with the dark umber, oh gosh, okay, my kids are fighting right now. So with the dark umber, just keep where you want it darker. So where the hairline is right over here, going to add a lot more of the dark umber here. Okay, and then what I want to do is go back with the chocolate and just continually build up a color. And just keep going. You don't have to really fill. I mean, I just try to add color where I think you would need it. Okay, so next is light umber. Oh, kids. I don't know if you can hear them, so I apologize if you can. I just want to finish this, and then I'm going to pause and see what's going on. So next, just to smooth it all out, I'm going to come in with the cream and just go over the highlighted area and just And if you've watched my other videos where I'm doing a color along with sharp edges or sharp pencils to keep its pointiness as much as you know, to keep it longer, keep turning your pencil after each couple swipes. That really helps a lot. So I think I'm going to start off with the dark umber and just start, because the cream kind of blended it all together, which I wanted, because I want it to look as smooth as I can, and just put where I would want the shadows or darker part of the hair to be. And it's just playing along with the color. See how, yeah, just go back and forth. What you feel that you would need. Like, I think I have enough dark umber there. I want to come in with the dark chocolate and just add more color there. And yeah, so just leaving the highlight right in the middle. You don't have to come in with like a Posca pen or a white gel pen to add your highlights. It looks a little more natural if you put it this way. So next I'll come in with the light umber and just slowly kind of put it together. So this is supposed to be brown with highlights. So I want highlights, but I don't want too much of it. So I'm gonna make sure oh my goodness, kids. Sorry. I don't know if you can hear them. I even put a note on my door saying I'm recording. Asked them to watch their little brother for just an hour so I can record. But I guess. Anyways. So yeah, just keep going at it until you feel that section is good. So I'm just coming back with the dark umber just to darken just a little bit, especially here where the roots are. Sorry if I'm shaking. So right there, and just fighting, now they're laughing, I don't know. So come back with a dark chocolate. I just want to clean it up a little bit there. There you go. I don't know, let's see, maybe a little bit more umber. And I think it's done. I like it. So I compare it to other one. So it's about the same. I went a little more darker with the roots over here, but either one, I mean, I think they both look okay. So I'm gonna pause for a little bit for you guys and check on my children. Be right back. Okay, I apologize for that. I am back and I had to do a lot of scolding. So anyways, I'm gonna go on to the next. So I'm sorry if I sound a little stressed out right now. So the next color I will do is the auburn, and the colors I picked out for auburn is dark umber, terracotta, which is wait, let's go back here. Dark umber is PC947, terracotta is 944, PC944, and then burnt ochre, which is 943. And then I also use cream, PC914. The same way that I smoothed it out, I do the same thing over here. So like I said, I always pick 3 colors. I have my darkest, my mid, and my lightest shade. They're all always going to be darker than this. I never really pick the same shade as the base, unless it's like the cream one where I am smoothing out the colors. So go ahead and start. Turn this around here. So I have to let you know, my youngest son is now with me because my older children obviously cannot stop fighting. So I sent them away to do other stuff. So anyways, okay, I'm gonna calm down. So I'm gonna use burnt ochre, like what I did with the light umber here. I'm just gonna flick and kind of reserve my area where my highlight is gonna be, and just try to follow the curves of the hair. Where I think there's going to be shadow, that's where I'm going to flick back up. And like I said earlier, to be patient when you're doing like this kind of hair color. You kind of have to take your time with coloring it, and just kind of, for me, I get lost in the shades. So this is the burnt umber, and I'm just leaving a little bit of space right over here for the where I want the highlighted area to be. Okay, sorry, almost out of the frame. So I'm going to come in now with the terracotta. Just flick it down where I laid the, what color was that again? Burnt ochre. And just lay it down. Then where it's supposed to be dark, I'm just going to start it off there. So I'm just gonna designate like this area to be the darkest part of the hair. Oops, too hard. Try to find the right there. And then now I'm going to come in with the dark umber, and like right at the roots, that's where I'm going to lay it. Just turning my pencil whenever I feel like I need a dark or finer tip. And I think I mean, just when picking a color to layer, like first I like to start with the lightest of the three and then go to the next color up to the darkest. But if you want to do it with the dark color first, it's up to you guys. I think it will work either way. So I put the dark umber. I want to come back with the terracotta. Just sure. See, it doesn't look like much right now, so just being patient and laying down the colors and just getting lost in applying, flicking away. There. So I want to apologize that I feel a little bit somber right now because I had to scold my kids, and they're pretty good kids. It's just, you know, I don't ask them much, especially when I'm recording. I usually try to record when I know it'll be a little easier on all of us. So if they want, it's their summer vacation, they want to just lay around and veg, but you know, I don't ask that much, and I'm like, just give me an hour to make this video, and I can't even go 10 minutes and they're already fighting. So and just trying to relax while I do this video. So again, I want to apologize that kind of ended up this way. It's not what I was planning when making this video, but you know, things never really go as planned anyways. So I just hope what you guys get out of this video, like my process in picking out my colors, how I lay my colors down to color the hair. If it gives you something that you can add to your coloring, I'm really happy that I'm able to do that. Okay, so now I think I went in with the burnt umber or burnt ochre. So I want to come in with the cream, and I want to just smooth out the colors. I sometimes do this, I sometimes don't. I like to see a smooth transition with the colors. So here you have it, it's already all blended in. So I'm going to go back again, and I'm going to start off with I'll start off with my dark umber, and just to darken up the areas that I think should be darkened. So just adding like that little shadow right over here. It gives that look that it's like separating a little bit. Just being random with where I'm flicking. Where I think there's gonna be shadow, that's where I try to go off from, like right over here behind the flower. Just try to bring that out. Okay, and come in now with the terracotta, hint of red that I want to bring in for the auburn. Yeah, so with the thing with hair, there's different colors of hair, so I don't think you can really go wrong. Pick certain colors and then just going with a reddish tone or a yellow tone can really change how the hair color looks. And just in case you can hear like little pinging or TV in the background, it's just my son Mason watching Super Mario Brothers. He really likes that game. So he can't play it yet because he can't. His hands are too small for the controls, so he likes to watch other people play. So if that will keep him occupied for another 30 minutes or so. So just, oh, I'm using the burnt ochre to fill it in. Okay, sorry, my son is now sitting right behind me, so I have to move myself. I'm just coming in now for the last dark umber, just to darken up the roots again and kind of add where I want it to be shadowed a little bit more. Just going where I think I would want to add it. And if you feel like you should add a little more of like the terracotta or the burnt ochre, yeah, you can just keep continuing until you feel satisfied with the outlook of your hair. So I like that. I think I'm done. So let me, the other one. So you can tell on this one, I went over it a little bit more with the dark umber to darken it up, but I like how this one looks. It's a lot more, looks a lot more puffier, like it's popping out. But if you want to add more like strands, or not strands, where you can see the hair. Okay, so the next one we'll do is this bottom part, which is like a lighter version of this part of the hair. Sorry, right there. So what we'll use is cream again, yellow ochre, goldenrod, burnt ochre, and dark brown. So take that out. So I have dark brown, burnt ochre, which we just used earlier, yeah, goldenrod, yellow ochre, and then cream. Okay, so okay, so for this color I have 4 different colors plus the cream to smooth it out. The reason why I added one more color is because I wanted like a hint of orange, but I wanted to brighten it up with the yellow ochre. I wanted the little hint of red also, so just having all these 3 colors kind of pop out after it's, after it comes together. That's the look I was going for. So I'll start off with the goldenrod, and I'm just going to, this is going to be the shaded area, so I'm just going to flick it. Let me go in the middle, sorry, here, and just flick it down. Just go up from the bottom. And then now I'm going to come in with the burnt ochre. And again, I'm turning my pencil so I can keep getting that pointier tip. And just keep flicking, just slowly bringing it together. This is just pretty much, yeah, my go-to way of coloring hair, the way I pick the colors, the light, medium, and dark color. And for me, I like the result. Next, I'm going to come in with the dark brown. So in the areas where I would find the darker shade, under the ear, try not to go too far, and you don't want to have like a line of dark, so try to spread it out. The only place I would have a lot of like the dark brown to shade is probably right in here by the face and the neck. That's where I would most likely want my darkest. So put it in here. So Kelly Horton already gives you where the shade should be. It's nice. Okay. So now I'm going to come in with the lightest color that I picked out with this, which is yellow ochre. And the reason why I picked this one is to, you see, it's like, it like needs a little bit more color. So I'm coming in with the yellow ochre and just bringing it in randomly in different places, kind of like a highlight, but another strand of highlight. So I want that lighter shade that I have with the base to peek out too. And yeah, and then I'm gonna go back and go with the golden ochre and just start flicking again, just slowly bringing this hair together. Now I'm going to come in with the burnt ochre. And so this one gives you a little hint of like reddish orange for me. Just keep flicking. And then come in with the dark umber and just reintroduce this dark color. What is it? Dark umber? Dark brown. Dark brown, sorry. Dark brown. And so dark brown, and just keep Just where you think the shadow. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go back again and just continue. And I think I want to add a little bit more of the burnt ochre right over here. And now I'm going to come in with the cream, and I want to just even out the colors. Just blend them all together. There. Is that there already? So I'll come back again. I'll just start from the lightest to the darkest and just yellow ochre. Now this is the goldenrod. And just trying to pick out the pointier side and get the strands. Now I'm going to come in with the burnt ochre. There, and then dark brown. And just darkening areas where I think would be dark. And right here you can see like it's lighter here. I'm just gonna darken that area right there. Okay. So yeah, that's it. So this looks like it could be like an ombre, right? Where it's darker than lighter, and it's pretty much using almost the same colors. I just have to add, I can just switch out the dark brown with the dark umber and bring in the terracotta. I think that's the only different color, yeah. So I would just need these 5 plus the cream to smooth it out. So to compare, pretty much the same. So you can see 3 different shades using the same base. So for the last one, I'll be using cream, which is PC914. Yep, sliding. Sand, which is PC940. You can bring the yellow ochre, which is PC942. Light umber, which is PC941, and dark umber, which is PC947. I think with the with the dark brown, dark umber, they can be switched out with each other. Same with light umber and chocolate. For this color, sand could be, you can switch that out with jasmine, or just leave it out entirely and just use the cream because it is a lighter shade. But I'm going to use the sand. So we'll start off with, I want to use the yellow ochre So right over here. And just put in the color, flick it on. So you can see, you know, just with one shade of marker, it just depends on the colored pencil to decide the shade of your hair, and just adding a little of like terracotta or a little of the yellow ochre can really change it. Next I'll come in with the light umber. Make sure I'm in. Try not to cover. Okay, Mason is trying to escape my room. Hold on. Okay, so with the light umber, just going to, this is going to be second to the lightest shade, so trying to get as close to the skin, trying to put in as much strands and there. Next I'm going to come in with the dark umber. So this is my darkest, and I want to because this is behind the hair and the inside, it's going to be the darkest, so I'm just flicking again. And wherever I think the shadiest part of the hair will be. Here. I'm just gonna put a little bit. Okay, so next I'm going to come in with sand. So here you can see it's like dark. You can see it's all separating. Hold on one moment. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to try to even out the transition of the colors. So you can see the sand. I'm sorry, I didn't say. This is sand PC1034. And it's just bringing, I think it's warmth to me. Doesn't, I'm trying, so it's just trying to bring it all in together. Come in with the yellow ochre. And the yellow ochre kind of like brightens up the yellow, or brightens up the hair. Next I'll come in with the light umber and just flick it down. And this is kind of relaxing to me, just slowly seeing it, the hair coming together, you know. And get that, and then now I think before, I'm not going to go with the dark umber yet. I want to go ahead and smooth it out with the cream. Sorry if it's shaking. There we go. So now I think I'm going to go back again and just go with the, I'm going to leave the dark umber for last. I'm going to go in with the sand and just, it's like after the cream kind of washed it out, I'm kind of like re-establishing the color again into the, making more strands. Again with the yellow ochre. Just bringing it in. Sorry, next will be light umber. So I hope you guys can see after coloring all the other colors of hair, kind of my process of how I do hair. Sorry, can't find the right words. Kind of why I go in the order I do, and why I go from the light medium to dark, using the cream to kind of like bind the colors. Just making sure that under her chin, her cheek, that there is shadow. And I'm just using the dark umber to define it. I think I did this a lot darker than I did the previous one. So right there. And I think we're done. Let me, oops, sorry. Just going to lightly color right under the chin. Sure, I got that spot. Okay, so comparing to what I did earlier, I really deepen it up with the dark umber, especially cleaned up in the middle. I guess I could have done a little bit more over here, especially under the chin. So I like it on this one. So like I said, just working, continuously working on the hair until you're, pleased with the result. And then you can go on to the next strand or the next part of the hair. So this is 3 or 4 different kinds of hair colors that you can get using just one color of base. So this next part, I wasn't planning to do it. Kind of decided it's like a few minutes ago. But just so you can see my process of coloring the hair. So I'm going to, using this one over here, I'm just going to pick a color where I would have to pick which colored pencil. So let me see, I'm gonna go purple. Purple would be good, or blue. I haven't really done turquoise either. Let's see. I'll try either 182. Hopefully it's not dried out, because I do have a couple that are dried out. Okay, it's okay. So I'll be using Frost number 182. which is this color right over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay that down, and then we'll go ahead and pick the colors that I will use to go on top. Hope this isn't drying out. I've had these for over a year now, so they're still going pretty well. These are the Lemouchet markers. And if there was a marker set where I could just get a whole bunch of pastel colors, the lightest shade, because I usually use these as a base, I wouldn't mind just getting that. Probably in the, what is that called? The, are those expensive markers? It starts with a C. I cannot think of it for some reason. Copics. I think there's a Copic set where it's light. Okay. It's a little patchy, but it's okay. I'll let that dry for a sec. Okay, so now to pick the colors from the Prismacolor. Oops, go down here. Let's see. I like Peacock blue. Sorry, it's like gleaming. Peacock blue. Electric blue looks the closest, and for a darker shade, I don't know about denim. I'm gonna go indigo blue. I don't like, yeah, indigo blue. So I'm gonna go indigo blue, and then, sorry if it's dizzy, peacock blue, electric blue, and then I think I'll just use a sky blue light as to blend. So I'll be right back and pick the colors. Okay, so I have all of them sharpened. So again, I'm going to be using sky blue light, which is PC1086, electric blue, which is PC1040, peacock blue, which is PC1027, and indigo blue, which is PC901. So I'm going to start off with the electric blue. And sorry, I have to put it sideways. And I'm just going to lay down where my colors would lay. So I'm just going to flick. Again, my highlighted area is going to be right here, so I'm just going to... Oh, are you okay? Okay, so now I'm going to come in with the peacock blue. And just flick, flick, flick towards the highlighted area, my designated highlighted area. And just go this way. So the process of me picking the markers and the pencils, that's what I do with any of my pencil sets. I just pick 3 colors. Sometimes I mix it up. I pick like colors from 2 different sets for one kind of hair. I think I've done that for a couple of my colorings. Okay, next we're going to come in with the indigo blue and just, so this is my darkest one, so where I will want the darkest part of my hair, where I think would be shaded. And Kelly Horton already gives you where the designated shaded area is, where she added the lines. So I'm just going to kind of reinforce it. Oops, sorry. Just continue just building it up. And some of the dark strands, I bring it towards the middle too, just like that. And come back with the Peacock blue. And I think these three colors are good. I like how it's coming. So I'm going to come in with the sky blue light now, and then just gonna blend the colors together. I'm just lightly, I'm not pressing down or anything. I'm just lightly going over it, just where the highlighted areas are. So now I'm going to come in with the electric blue and just start flicking in, adding strands. So I'm turning my pencils after each couple swipes. There, and then I come in with the Peacock blue. And keep kind of deepen where I think it'll be, sorry about Easton, where I think it would be a lot darker. And then, oops, sorry. Then the indigo blue, which is my darkest color, and I'm just going to put in where my shadiest area is. Okay, and I guess you can add a black if you wanted to. It's personal preference, I guess, if you wanted to add the black. Probably where I would add the black would be probably like underneath right over here. Yeah, so but let me see. I mean, I think it looks good by itself without any black. So I'm going to continue on with the rest. I think I might want to add a little more. Too much there. So I'm going to go to this side, and I may fast forward it just to get to the end. So here we go. Okay, so that's how the blue hairs come out. I really like the result. I'm happy with the colors I chose for the base, the marker base that I used, and I hope you guys like it also. I did at the end ended up adding black to add a little more shadow, especially around the face and some other areas in the hair. I do have to let you know that I don't always use a lighter shade like the sky blue light or the cream to smooth out all the layers of the colors. Sometimes I do use a blender pencil, but I'm sorry, hit the microphone, but it depends on the paper of the coloring book that I use. This one I'm using is cardstock, so I can layer easily, and it's nice to use the lighter colors to blend it all together, and then on top do another layer to add like little streaks of different hair. And on Create Space paper, I kind of don't use the lighter colors because the way it picks up the little strands, I can just apply it and it looks good to me. So one tip I can give you guys is to not look so closely to your coloring, because looking up close you can really see a lot of flaws. If I take a picture of it, I stand back, look at my picture or my coloring, take a picture of it, and then review it and see where I can maybe add more colors, add more shade, or you know, wherever I might think I might need a little something from using any kind of mediums or my pencils. I just wanted to add that there because what I did for this video is my go-to. This is what I try to do for all my colorings, but if I don't really need to do some certain stuff, I don't do it in other coloring books. So if there's any questions that you guys might have, just leave it down below in the comments, or you can email me directly. Also, if you watched the video all the way through, you'll notice that the names of the pencils are in the bottom left hand corner of the screen, and I'll also add all the colors of the Prismacolors that I use and the markers down below in the video description. So yep, that is it. So I thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy, and thank you to all my new subscribers. I'm really thankful that you guys subscribe and are liking my videos. So I'll see you all in my next one, and I wish you a great week and happy coloring. So take care and bye bye.